The Tube Show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets Raptors. For the Raptors, over the first half of the season, we've gotten a good sense of what this team is capable of. When they're on, which they have been consistently, they are an excellent unit. Almost ready for tip-off, but first a moment to talk about something that often gets overlooked, defense. Kenny, who are the most impressive defenders in the NBA right now?
Well, defense doesn't get overlooked by championship teams, and I'm going to name some guys who've either played on championship team or contenders. Kawhi Leonard, defender on the wing. Andre Iguodala. MVP of the NBA Finals, but defense was one of the reasons. And Paul George, coming back from injury. This guy was a premium defender before the injury.
Well, since you talk about the little guys, I'm going to talk about the big guys. D12, Dwight Howard, shot blocker. Most of his career still doing that pretty well. Serge Ibaka, the surge protector.
I like that.
Joakim Noah. Roy Hibbert does a great job of the verticality thing, jumping up in the rim, not really getting called a lot of fouls on him. So, well, that's my pick for the big guys when it comes to defense.
Say no more.
Excuse me, is it me or is Anthony Davis retired? Come on, how can he not be on that list?
No, what we're talking about, he's a great defender.
He's an okay defender.
However, he's a great defender, but I think because he's such an all-around player, we kind of take some of it.
Stop it, Ernie.
Come on,
we're taking some of it for granted.
Got to be on that list. He's got to be on that list.
Ernie's on the list. Okay, he's on the list, Ernie.
Thank you very much.
But he's not defense first. He's offense first. The guys that I name are defense first, then offense.
Thanks for joining us. Nobody's listening to that anymore. Thank you for putting Anthony Davis on the list.
He's on the list.
We'll see you later.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's
A beautiful sight to behold. Lady Liberty standing majestically over the waters of New York Harbor. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Looking at Toronto, they took the win in their last game against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers.
Here are the five for the Raptors. They've got Andrew Wiggins. LeBron James is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's DeRozan in at the two-guard spot. Now here is Jack. There's the pick. Shot clock at 5. Launches it. The shot by Ellington, no good. Nets on defense. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got open looks, no rhythm to knock them down.
Hey, guys, every team has a night like that on occasion. It happens. Hey, we call them gong games. You just want to hit the gong, forget about them, and move on.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Young's shot is off. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. So he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Jack's shot is good.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Here's Wiggins after Jarrett Jack's score. Outside Curry. It's tipped. Here is Ellington. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Jarrett Jack again. Jack's got his second basket.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
Now here is Jack. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. Young, a screen on DeRozan. Wide open and no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
Curry and the MVP. There was some pressure with Hart. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year. A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
To the paint. Here's Young. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
And though he's been working on his offensive skills, defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania Club, and it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean, it's hard to find a guy with his combination of size, athleticism, and fluidity. Just a tad over-aggressive at times, but I'd rather have to turn a guy down than to turn him up.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 22-point game against Boston.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
Now here's Curry. Thaddeus Young missing his last shot. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. Again, Toronto.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here is Jack. He's coming off a 13-point game against Boston.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that.
Raptors leading by 4. Curry dishes to James. And Valanciunas gets to DeRozan. He's looking for LeBron and finds him. That's short off the rim. Nets have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Out to the wing. Screened by Young. And there's the feed to Ellington. Jack against Curry. 6 to shoot. And Jack, here we go. Can't get it to go. For Toronto, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. There's the screen on the wing, Wiggins. All sorts of time. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Out to the right wing. Here's Bogdanovich, guarded by Valanciunas. And Young, here we go. Feeds it to Ellington. Fires from deep. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Curry passes to DeRozan. Releases from 15. No good off the back of the rim.
All he needed right there was simply to set himself up and then relax and shoot the ball. He threw himself off balance for no reason.
And Jack kicks to Young. Down low, here's Sims, and he misses the go-ahead basket. Raptors with the lead. Here's Wiggins. Curry wide open, and the Raptors miss again. Here's Valanciunas. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Ellington. Jacks up a 3, and it's good. Ellington's got 6.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off. And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? Really had to take a time out there and try try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
This is a look at the NBA's assist leaders over the last 10 games. Man, can these guys pass the ball? Third is Stephen Curry.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Robinson's checked in for Henry Sims. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Wayne Ellington. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Toronto trailing. Kicks to Valanciunas. There's Curry. That one's off. Still out of sync.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Young outside. Here's Bogdanovich. Covered by Wiggins. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Here's Robinson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Valanciunas, good.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Here's Sloan. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Boston.
Yeah, but Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. I mean, he was aggressive to attack the D, not settling, and really did a good job of cashing in on those free throws.
Now here's Curry, trailing by 2. Pass to Wiggins. And the pass to DeRozan. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Dishes to Sloan. No luck, and Toronto will go the other way with it. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
Yeah, guys, they feel like they're the better team. The standings would agree with that. I look for them to assert that with their play tonight.
And Brooklyn has possession. Following the three-pointer by DeMar DeRozan. Screen by Young. Here's Sloan, guarded by Curry. Bogdanovich hits the jumper in space. Bogdanovich has got his second bucket tonight. The Raptors have gotten 7 goal attempts to go down here in the first.
Checking out some stats for Sloan. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up about 5 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
You know, the scheme just seems to run much more smoothly when he's in the game because he knows where everybody is at all times.
Larkin, he's checked in for the Nets. And Toronto also making a switch. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Curry. LeBron dishes to Lowry. The wide open look here for DeRozan. They get the rebound. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Larkin kicks to Sloan. Screened by Young. The 19-foot shot. Larkin can't get it to go. Well, LeBron had kind of a slow start to his season, his return to Cleveland last year.
Yeah, he got off to a bit of a slow start. He had some nagging-type injuries, but things turned around, and LeBron was eventually able to get the clubhouse atmosphere where he wanted.
Here's Larkin after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. And Young kicks to Robinson. Larkin in the corner. Here's the floater. Robinson goes in. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's DeRozan. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And that atmosphere that LeBron was after, I mean, he described it as wanting a family-like atmosphere.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first one falls.
And to touch on the Cleveland atmosphere, you know, you could see as the season unfolded, it became a big part of what LeBron was able to accomplish in Miami, starting to work itself into that roster.
And Toronto making a change here. Booker's checked in. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And Thomas Robinson has been on a lot of teams here in his short time in the league. Not easy to find a spot when you're always getting moved.
Here's Sloan, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. There's a screen by Robinson. And Sloan kicks to Young. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
And for Robinson, the trade's way on him as well. Clarkie said last season that he just wants to prove that he belongs here.
Well, you know, he's yet to find the right fit for a team, but the skill set is clearly there. I mean, he's an NBA player. There's no doubt about that. Looked great for Philadelphia near the end of the year as he got minutes with them.
All right now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Russell, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And he sinks the second. Here's Larkin. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Passes it to Sloan. Over to the left wing. Nice shot by Larkin.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
The drive by LeBron. Whoa!
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Nets trail by 4. Here's Larkin. There's a screen by Robinson. Sloan in the corner. To the middle. Here's Young. Thaddeus Young provides a lot of things, Clark. Solid on both ends of the floor. You can plug him into almost any lineup and make it work.
Yeah, he's an ideal basketball player because of his versatility. I think that's one of his greatest strengths. Not only can he play the 3 or 4, he can go inside and outside too.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Thaddeus Young. And so Young nails them both. They can go 2 for 1.
It's up right now.
LeBron is doubled. Here's Lowry. And he banks in the layup. Lowry's got his second bucket of the night.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Larkin, the pass to Sloan. Young left side. Toronto grabs the miss. Booker can't hit. And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Raptors. They lead by 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Right from the start, they have been able to really own that paint and just dominate the backboard.
Well, Greg, you can't dominate the boards unless all 5 guys are making the effort to box out and chase down the ball.
Nets trail by 4. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Brooklyn now, Robinson is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Wayne Ellington. And then there's Henry Sims. And it's Jack in at the 1 spot. And he gets it to go.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
The shot by Nash, no good. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Bogdanovich, and a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. Bogdanovich has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Valanciunas with a screen on Jack. Jack against Nash. Valanciunas sets a screen for Nash. 5 on the clock. Valanciunas dishes to James. No luck. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. There's a screen by Robinson. To the wing on the left. Sims kicks to Jack. The 17-footer. Another one falls for Brooklyn. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Now the dish to Russell. He feeds it to Nash. James sets the screen for Nash. He kicks to James. High, arcing shot. That drops. James has got his second basket.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Now here's Ellington. D right on him. There's the screen. He dishes it to Jack. Again, the miss by Jack.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Some changes for Toronto. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Booker. And it's DeRozan in for Russell. Now here's Nash. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Valanciunas sets a screen for Nash. 6 on the shot clock. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Here's DeRozan. Off target from three-point range. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. There's a screen by Robinson. The feed to Ellington. Jack against Nash. And Jack, here we go. Here's Bogdanovich. And the rebound goes to Nash.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Wiggins passes to James. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. That's 7 points for Andrew Wiggins. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Now, here's Ellington. He has 6. They set the pick. There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Bogdanovich. The shot is off. James with some nice D. The Raptors have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Wiggins sets a screen for DeRozan. Hits the three-point bomb. DeRozan's got 11.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Outside Jack to stop the run. Nash with some nice D.
Sweet move to get free, but just could not convert there in the end.
LeBron outside. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Here's Bogdanovich. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Boston. Feeds to Ellington. And Jack, here we go. Nash with some nice D.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column, and that's what's translated to this lead.
Now here's Ellington, following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Ellington dishes to Jack. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Curry's checked in for Toronto. Curry against Jack. Pass to Bogdanovich. 5 to shoot. Drought, and he knocks down the jumper. Bogdanovich has got 9 points.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
Nice shot by James.
Stephen Curry.
Well, you think about Stephen Curry, and your first thought is he's a remarkable three-point shooter. That's right. But he's not just a long-range threat.
Yeah, I see him as a shot maker, one of the league's top mid-range shooters off the pull-up, too, and he's a creative finisher. Floaters and backspin shots, English, high off the glass. Again, the best shot maker, I think, in the history of the game.
Jack. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 8 points for him.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Curry. Here's Wiggins. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Wiggins has got the lead up to 6 now for the Raptors.
And Curry, such a tremendous balance to his game. And he can square up on a dime to knock down shots. I mean, that's a focus also of his strength. Doesn't do it with conventional pattern shooting drills. It's a lot of stuff to challenge his balance while he's on the move and shooting.
And why don't we take a chance now to see which teams have been the NBA's highest scoring squads this month. Number 1, the Raptors.
You know what, Kevin, as a team, they've been getting great results offensively. I mean, they seem to always get the ball to the right guy at the right time in the right position.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Thomas Robinson. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Bogdanovich. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Nets trail by 6.
And for Steph Curry, to me, that balance is remarkable. I mean, it used to be customary beyond the arc to fake a defender into the air and then step into a mid-range too. But Curry has introduced that more efficient sidestep for the wide-open 3. Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Raptors.
2 shots.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
That one is no good. And what you have to like out of Valanciunas last season, improved efficiency. The game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
Yeah, he entered the league a little green. I mean, would make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So with enthusiasm and hard work, you knew it was just a matter of time with him.
Here's Sloan following the basket by Stephen Curry. There's the pick. Here's Sloan. It's stolen by Curry. That's tipped. And Valanciunas kicks to Wiggins. James wide open. And the shot is long.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Here's Sloan. Kicks to Ellington. Clock at 6. Screen by Young. Here's Sloan. Let's keep it alive. Hollis Jefferson passes to Young. Dishes it to Sloan. Screen by Young. Pass to Sims. Now the pass to Sloan. The 3. No good. Wiggins with some nice D. And it's the Raptors' ball. They're on a 15-5 run. Screen by Valanciunas. Fires at the elbow. Curry with another miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Let's go. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Curry dishes to DeRozan. It's deflected. Here's Sloan. Passes it to Ellington. Young outside. The dish to Sloan. Toronto grabs the miss. Valanciunas has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Here's Sloan following the basket by Andrew Wiggins.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
Has some information for us, Doris.
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He said their plan was run their offense through LeBron. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Larkin. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And again, no good by Brooklyn. James, that's a two-pointer. No good off the front iron.
Well, it seems like they're getting a little fat and sassy here, complacent in the second quarter.
Yeah, we've seen their free throw attempts stagnate, not getting much going on inside. They can't get too comfortable.
And now the fast break, LeBron with the ball. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Larkin. 1:44 left in the first half of basketball. Here's the screen. Trying to get back on track, and he gets it to go. Larkin's got his second bucket tonight.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
And the Raptors making a change here. Russell's checked in. Toronto shooting the sixth attempt at the free throw line tonight. And James no good on that one.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
Talking about the, we saw Michael Jordan do this too. It didn't. They paid a lot of attention to their body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly, leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high flying, but just as potent and as effective.
Now here is Lowry. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Cleveland, and that is good.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Nets trail by 8. 40 seconds left in the first half. Now the feed to Sims. The shot will not go. And Toronto will go the other way with it.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Here's Larkin. 5 points in the game. There's a good screen. Takes the three. And no good trying to get that one. And that concludes the first half. Raptors lead by 8. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with LeBron, and you obviously have been very productive. How pleased are you with where you're getting the basketball and how you're scoring?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow, as well as keep myself in a good groove too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
LeBron, thank you. Kevin, he can't do it by himself.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's gone up, everybody goes for it. Just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
Kenny, how'd you think the Nets were playing?
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
And that's going to do it for now, as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn
Now the third quarter about to get going.
Checking out the game LeBron is having. 12 points, and he hasn't forgotten to get his teammates involved either.
And he's conscious, I think, Clark, of good ball movement. It needs to be a part of their game plan throughout.
Here's Jack. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Wiggins is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Curry in at point guard. Here's Bogdanovich. It's Young on the wing. He kicks it to Sims. 5 to shoot. Releases from 15. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down. DeRozan's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. He feeds it to LeBron. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. James has got his team on the board first here in the second half for Toronto. And Jack kicks to Bogdanovich. Young, a screen on Wiggins. Feeds it to Sims. All alone. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And it's almost as if they knew exactly what the D was going to throw at him on that possession.
Curry against Jack. Curry kicks to DeRozan. And another basket for Toronto.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Nets trail by 10. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Curry against Jack. 6 to shoot. Here's Young. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Jack's got 3 assists in the game. Raptors leading by 8. Curry kicks to James. Rebounded by the Nets. Bogdanovich has got his 3rd rebound on the night. There's the screen. He dishes it to Ellington. To the right side. Jack against Curry. 5 to shoot. Young left side. Here's Bogdanovich. That one's good from the corner. Bogdanovich has got 11 points.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
And that one's good. James.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Screened by Young. Kicks it to Ellington. Young passes to Jack. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He said their plan was run their offense through Wiggins. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thanks, Doris. And Young, here we go.
Checking out the game Thaddeus Young is having. 10 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
He shot well from the line tonight, going 4 for 5.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
He's off on the first. And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. And Curry, here we go. Young with the steal. Here's Bogdanovich. DeRozan defending. Right side Jack. Robinson a screen on Wiggins. Here's Jack. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 16. Dishes to Valanciunas. Clock at 6. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 10 points now for Valanciunas.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Now here's Ellington. DeRozan defending. He used that pick just right. Jack's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Pass to Young. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Raptors.
Fantastic first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
I've been penetrated tonight, too. This is the story of the game, really. I mean, you can't expect to win in this league when you can't hit your free throws. I mean, that's a must. You're a pro. You got to be able to knock down your free throws.
Steve Nash, he's checked in for Toronto. And he's good on the second. Raptors leading by 5. There's the pass to DeRozan. The dish to Valanciunas. Screen by Valanciunas. Outside DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. Another miss by DeRozan. Nets have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Ellington dishes to Jack. To the wing on the left. Ellington kicks to Young. To the middle. Passes it to Bogdanovich. Tries it from 19. Misses off the left iron.
Well, guys, in the NBA, you learn things by doing them in game-time action. And Andrew Wiggins had plenty of time to learn on the job. He was second in the league in minutes played last season, only behind James Harden.
Outside Jack. Young sets a screen for Jack. Young, a screen on Wiggins. And Jack, here we go. Wiggins with the block. And here we go. LeBron heading to the hoop. Hammers it down off the coast-to-coast break.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
Well, it didn't take long for us to see just how explosive Andrew Wiggins can be in the air. I mean, had a handful of huge dunks throughout the course of the season. He's going to make a lot of posters during his NBA career.
We have a break in the action. Now let's check out the league's best shooting teams. Number 1, the Raptors.
Just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
The Nets making a switch here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. Nets trail by 7. Well, Greg, you're right. It's clear to see with Wiggins. He is already fearless with his dunks. Clark, he'll go right at any big man with impunity and finish over him.
Yeah, and I think people knew he was a special dunker, but they didn't know how aggressive he would be in attacking the basket. That's where he surprised folks.
Toronto leading by 7. Nash outside. There's a screen. Now the feed to DeRozan. The fadeaway. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nash has got 3 assists in the game.
And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway, but he sure can make it count.
Now here is Jack. He's got 12. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Bogdanovich, covered by Wiggins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Feeds it to Young. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Young's got 5 points now this quarter. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Nash the pass to James. Takes the 3. And it's Nash missing.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Larkin's checked in for Jarrett Jack. And Toronto also making a switch. Lowry's checked in. Raptors leading by 7. He kicks to Nash. Outside Lowry. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Lets it go from 14. Thomas Robinson comes up with a rebound. Robinson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Larkin. Lowry covering. Screen by Young. Larkin kicks to Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 6. Hollis Jefferson passes to Young. He's off from 17 feet.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it. And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Screen by Young. Here's Bogdanovich. DeRozan defending. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Raptors leading by 9. Kicks to James. The 11-footer. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nash has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. For Brooklyn, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the 3rd. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
To the right side. Dishes to Bogdanovich. Young outside. From about 19 feet. And he gets the bucket. Young's got 7 points here in this quarter. Here is Nash. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. They set the screen. He dishes it to James. No good with the triple. Nets trail by 9. And Bogdanovich kicks to Larkin. Screen by Young. Here's Bogdanovich. No good from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Henry Sims is checked in for Young. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Bogdanovich. And then for Toronto, Booker comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Russell in for Steve Nash. Clark, one thing about Kyle Lowry, he has a bulldog mentality. We saw that from his days at Villanova.
No question about that, and I love that about him. He's very simple, not really flashy, just consistently beats the rock. He wears his opponents down.
Here's Sloan, and it's off from 3-point range. Toronto leading by 12. And Russell with the basket on the assist by LeBron. James has got 4 assists in the game.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Sims kicks to Sloan. Offensive rebound. And he goes in for the dunk.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
No good from Booker.
And talking about Lowry, going to Toronto was a godsend for him. I mean, he had clashed with a number of coaches early in his career. His hard-headedness had been working against him. But in Toronto, he learned how to buy into a system and save the wrath for his opponent.
Here's Sloan from about 19 feet, and the shot falls short this time.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
That's his 5th personal foul.
The Raptors have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses earlier.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Curry's checked in for Kyle Lowry. Good on the second free throw. .23 seconds left in the third. Here's Larkin. 5 points in the game. Pass to Sims. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
It's his first trip to the line.
Brooklyn, Henry Sims. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Sims. And both free throws good for Sims. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Raptors. They're up by 11. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. LeBron with it. Donald Sloan out there with Wayne Ellington. Then it's Young, and then there's Henry Sims. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And that one's good. Wiggins.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Here's Sloan. There's the pass to Sims from the baseline. No good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Here's Sloan following the basket by Stephen Curry. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Screen by Young. for three, Ellington. And the shot is good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now, here's Valanciunas. Sims with the rebound. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
Key is to avoid mistakes and make each possession count.
And, Clark, I agree. The tendency can be to really rush or push the game. And they need to avoid that. Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Russell, no luck.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here's Sloan. Screen by Young. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. To the left wing. Shot clock at 5. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Russell kicks to Curry. Back to Russell. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Stephen Curry.
Curry's got his 7th assist here tonight. Nets trail by 14. The dish to Sims. There's the pick. Ellington kicks to Sloan. And there's the feed to Sims. Baseline J on the way. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's LeBron. Sims with the rebound. Sims has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now here's Ellington, covered by Wiggins, off the screen, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. 17 points here for Thaddeus Young. And it's Wiggins missing. The Nets have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Thaddeus Young.
He's not going to miss many of those, if any. Not when he's got that much room.
Russell kicks to Curry. Back to Russell. Toronto working the ball around now. Plays it up and banks it in. Russell's got 4 points this quarter.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
The Nets call timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what the Nets coach was going over with his team. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks, Doris. Bogdanovich is checked in for Brooklyn. Jack comes in for Donald Sloan. Here's Bogdanovich. Pass to Jack. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Shooting for Brooklyn.
And guys, looking at Jarrett Jack, one word comes to mind: professional. I mean, he's as solid as they come. Tough, capable, experienced, and he proved it all again last season.
Talking about Jarrett Jack, he is especially dangerous at the end of the game. Not only does he make great decisions, Clark, he was a top 10 free throw shooter last season.
Yeah, experienced, tough-minded ball handlers and shot makers are always valuable, especially when it's winning time.
And Jack drops them both.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Jack. He's got 14 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well.
It really has been, Clark. He's created a lot of open looks for his teammates. Very unselfish play from him today.
Thaddeus Young. That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Brooklyn. LeBron James taking 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And guys, more and more, we're seeing the league try to protect the health of the players. I mean, you see the evidence on the court. Over the last 5 years, the league has cut down the number of cameramen along the baselines in half, giving these great athletes a little more runway to land safely.
Both good from the line that time. And speaking of more space for the players, there's even been talk of widening the court. What do you think of that, Clark?
Players have gotten bigger and more athletic, so I wouldn't be opposed to maybe widening the lane a bit. I know the owners with those front row seats raking in that cash might not want to expand the court.
Now, here is Young. Nice D from Valanciunas. Fast break Toronto. James with the ball. Wiggins kicks to James. DeRozan on the wing. Kept alive. Valanciunas. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Here's Sims. They set the pick. Jack dishes to Sims to the middle. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut back down to 11. Some big points there from Young.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Now here's DeRozan. Ellington defending. DeRozan passes to James. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. The three-pointer no good. Brooklyn's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. And Jack kicks to Sims. Screen by Young. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
You look at what Sims has done so far. He's got 8 points, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
Henry Sims. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Sims.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today. And unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
They're digging their own hole here, throwing dirt on themselves. They haven't been nearly as efficient from the line as they were in the first half, and that can be self-destructive.
And so it's Brooklyn with it, following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Lowry against Jack. Feeds it to Sims from 12 feet out. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Sims has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Brooklyn. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. Raptors moving the ball around. And yes, sir, that one drops. 27 points for LeBron.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And stolen by LeBron. That's good from Lowry on the assist by LeBron. And now a 12-point Raptor lead.
How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Yeah, a careless, silly mistake there, though. I mean, coughing the ball up and then not being quick enough to get back on defense, that's costly.
Raptors leading by 12. Lowry kicks to LeBron. And here's DeRozan. Here's the teardrop. And good on the basket. Book it. DeRozan's got 19 points. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Jack dishes to Young. Another miss by Young. For Toronto, they've got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. That's good. 15 points for Andrew Wiggins.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Now here is Jack. Young outside to end the run. Rebound by the Raptors.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
And it's DeRozan missing. Nets trail by 18. Jack passes to Bogdanovich. He kicks it to Sims. He feeds it to Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jack. And again, it's the Nets missing. Raptors leading by 18. Now LeBron. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Off target from outside.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bageled in the second.
Jack against DeRozan. No good from Jack.
Yeah, credit the D there. Got his hands up and made sure he wasn't comfortable on the release.
Sure did. Stayed real snug on him and didn't allow him the space he needed to get a good shot off.
Now here's Valanciunas. The rebound by the Nets. Jack's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Screen by Young. Lowry against Jack to stop the drought. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
That's his 4th personal foul. Shooting for Brooklyn, Jaren Jack. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Now here's LeBron. Stolen away. Jack with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. They set the pick. And Jack kicks to Young. Good, and Jack gets the assist. 24 points here for Thaddeus Young.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Toronto leading by 14. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. And again, no good by Toronto.
And that's an important rebound, and especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
But they're still in this one, fellas. Can they pump it up a notch here in the clutch?
Toronto's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Raptors.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And so now on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And while it's a team game, you can't win without guys showing up. And that was the case tonight for James. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
.27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now, here is Russell. They set the pick. Teardrop shot. Rebound by Larkin.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but, man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Kicks to Reed. And the layup's good off the glass.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, congratulations on a wonderful performance. Can you tell us what goes on in your mind when you get in this kind of a rhythm like we saw in this basketball game?
It's a zone you get into, and you know, it's kind of unexplainable, you know, and you try to go out there and you feel like there's nothing that you can't do. You know, and hopefully the momentum just continued to go throughout the whole quarter, and it did. And not only did it open up for me, open up for the rest of us, too.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. He had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
A ton of his points were coming inside tonight. It really speaks to how aggressive he was in this game. If there was a path to the hoop, he was attacking. Love that kind of mindset in a backcourt or a wing player.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.